I can't swing a cat in this place anymore, honestly, like, just running out of space. I need a big garage. I need you guys to start subscribing, start liking, please, so I can get somewhere bigger, start monetization. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, what we want to do is lift the back end of the car up again. We want to drop the fuel tank, and then we want to remove the spare wheel well. I've got a sheet of metal just here, so that should, obviously where we cut out the well, there'll be a big circular hole. We'll use the well as a template, draw a template, rivet on, and we'll have a nice flat surface to put our fuel cell on. That's the idea. But yeah, so we got to unplug the whole fuel system, drain the whole fuel system, and then yeah, basically work from there. We'll see how it goes. Whilst I'm in limbo of trying to check the new engine if it fits, until it fits and until I stop mocking it up with what fuel lines I need, I'm keeping a lot of the old crap, and it's just always in the way. Like I had to check if it was a 23 spline gearbox so I could buy the correct bell housing. I had to move out of the way, everything fell down, so now I'm shifting it back, and it's just constantly until I get the bell housing, which is coming hopefully, fingers crossed, next week, and then we can start mocking up the engine. I'm going to keep living like this with no place for anything to live. Yo. So got my lights, got a big boy battery plugged in, only got a bit light. Car's all jacked up, as you saw, obviously. We'll start working on the back. We'll start dropping the petrol tank and cutting the old spare wheel well out. Let's get going. First things first, we need to move. Let's use the old Haynes manual as a prop. Check this out. Look how light that is. Use that. Not to scratch the roof. And this side, boom. Oh, I need to tidy this area up. I've got so many ideas, so many projects I would love to do. I don't have the space, and it's expensive. I am just outside of London, England, and it's expensive. Radiator. That is now gonna have to live on the driver's seat. All right, time out. Need to rejig this whole thing about. So I think I've tidied the area up, got the boot open. Lights kind of work because they shine through the roof. But the idea is to cut that whole well out, get the petrol tank from underneath the car, which you can't see, drop the petrol tank, get the fuel out, and the new petrol tank, which we got the baffled fuel cell, is going to sit on top of there, fixed to the floor. That will be removable. Drift cars. Sorry, my big head's in the way. You can't see anything. Whilst I've been doing that, I just realised that fuel tank ain't going to go anywhere if this bit is still connected to the fuel tank, which is connected to the fuel flap. So I'm just undoing it, and it's still hanging. The moment I drop that, that's all going to drop. I've used these metal cable ties. Are really good, but the moment you have to take them off, they are very good. So you have to use like tin snips. Honestly, if any of you guys are after Ford Capri bits, look, I've got these rubbers, I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have the fuel tank, I'm gonna have everything. Listen, if you guys are after any Ford Capri bits, let me know. I'll set up an eBay account or something. I've got so many Capri bits going. I'm willing to sell this stuff cheap. You know what, this is not fun to watch, so I'm gonna do some YouTube magic. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is an old Ford Capri 2.8i fuel tank that's covered 750 miles. It's brand new, it's for sale. I'm intrigued to see if there's how much crap is in there after that. It's been in the car for 4 years. This was an old classic car that I was only going to drive on the weekends, you know, to little car shows. I got bored. I'm not saving it for another man to enjoy. I want to fucking drive it. So yeah, let's see what the petrol tank is saying. Right, let's see what this is entailing. Oh, the rubber bung fell off. That's supposed to go around here. As I pulled the pipe out, it must have dropped in, but that's easily collectible. That's not bad, is it? That's clean. I don't know what those specks are, just marks or blemishes on the tank itself. But that is clean. There's a very clean tank. Last time I drove it, we filled the fuel tank full. As much as you'd like to think a track day on this Capri burned a lot of fuel, it didn't. So unfortunately, fuel tank's full. It's not full, but I'll tell you now, it's still got about 30 litres in there. And as I said, if I had more people subscribe, more people like, and more people watch the channel, I might be able to afford a bigger garage. But at the moment, I'm trying to swing a dead cat in minimum space. Yeah, it's heavy. Oh, lift with your back, not with your legs. Don't go anywhere. Alright, so next job is to unrun any of the old fuel lines that I've ran, because I'm going to be going for braided hoses instead of this hard line nonsense. Even though this is like modern day usage in its aluminium rather than the copper that used to be back in the day. And they were just clipped on. I remember this was the first time I ever had to run fuel lines, hard ones as well. I was so proud because I had to use the bending kit, the flaring kit, and I ran all that and I still had kinks. So I put rubber in certain places. And realistically, you can see that why this stuff is outdated as well. Like, it's just flimsy. It just falls apart. Okay, it's aluminium, but I'm bending it and it's causing kinks and breaks and everything like that. So imagine like one decent stone chip. That would have been it. But yeah, as I said, it's an end of an era. We're updating the car. But I was proud of this work. This was my proudest work. It was the first car I restored from the ground up. You go on my Instagram page, you'll see what the car used to look like, how I picked it up as a rolling shell, and literally what we've done. Like, every nut and bolt in this car is brand new. I didn't have a clue what I was doing back then. That's gonna piss fuel out, I think. This is a return. Yep. Oh, not massive amount. There we go. Yeah, these can stay here for now. They just run up into the engine bay. We'll tackle that once we start putting a new engine in. Right, so with no further ado, let's cut that out. My choice of weapon is the grinder. Let me get my glasses. Safety first. Ta-da! You know what? Let's pause for a bit and go make ourselves a brew.
Do you come to the garage cold, miserable, and low on energy?
Craig, man, I can't be bothered. Oh, nah, I don't want one of them. You know what? You fancy a brew? Yeah, let me go make one.
Get yourself some clean energy tea. Put the kettle on. With many flavors like Carry Me Cranberry, Spicy Passion Power Up, and Dark Chocolate Cherry. And unlike energy drinks, there's no crashes or them pesky jitters, just a smooth, focused boost.
Yeah, that was a little shout out from our sponsor, XP Brew. Make sure you check out their website for all the ranges of brew that they do. Mate, I swear it is some of the best stuff I've ever drank. It's nice, warm, and it is good for these kind of winter days. Anyway, let's get back to this. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is another day. So we have been busy, ordered a few more bolts to mount this bad boy onto our Type 9. Let's have a see if it fits. So So here we are with our Type 9 to 1.8T bell housing, all mounted on the correct fixings. We've got the internal bit now for a hydraulic slave to go on here. Apparently, we have to remove the shaft. And also these holes up here, they are for hydraulic clutch. With the hydraulic clutch, we have to cut the sleeve off the shaft. All you do is cut it just past there without affecting the oil seal. But I don't know if you want to go hydraulic or if you want to stay cable. If we stay cable, we just need to try and figure out a mounting point for a cable clutch, which is going to be a bit more awkward because the original one was like here somewhere and it has to be almost level with the spline. I don't know how we're going to do it. We'll see there. So I've lowered the car down. Next plan is to remove the removable fender, put the gearbox onto the engine, hoist the engine and gearbox in, mount the gearbox to its original mounting place, and then find out where we're going to be fabricating the new engine mounts, and then everything back out to redress, make pretty, get everything finalized, like the clutch, plumbing and everything like that, and then it's go time. Yet again, another slight problem. This spigot is too long, and for some reason, even though after meticulous amounts of reading that a 23 spline gearbox, which this is, from a Sierra Cosworth, from the Ford Sierra, which this is, with a 23 spline should fit into this with this bell housing. For some reason, this is too long. Let me do a little close up for you. When I lift up the gearbox to line it up, so don't know how well you can see that. Maybe here, as the two mate, I hit the back, which is insane because I shouldn't be. What do I do now? So, I don't know what to do. It's too long. I don't have much spigot left if I do cut it, or how much more do I need to cut? There's quite a lot of it in there. Okay, let me do some reading. 2 steps forwards, 3 steps back. Okay. So I've sat down, I've had a read, and apparently it's common to have to cut off up to, I think it's 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch off of the spigot itself. So I've caught 1/4 inch for now. Hopefully it works. If it don't, I'll probably do between 1/4 and 1/2. It's like 6mm to 12mm. I don't know why I'm talking in American, but that's just what I read it in. It's a common fix for kit cars. This is a common, the Type 9 and the 1.8T. It's a common combination for kit cars, so that's why they produce the bell housing. So there's a lot to read by, but there's been so many different variants of the Type 9 gearbox because it went into Ford Capri, Sierras, all rear-wheel drive basically. But then they had different input shafts, and then they had different ratios and they had a 4-speed, 5-speed, and all that. So it's trying to get the variants correct to make this work. But they're all pretty much somewhere the same, apart from you got the 19 spline and then the 23 spline. So yeah, let's see if it taking off 1/4 inch worked. So with that distancing, to me, that looks like we need to take off what would be 1/2 inch. Okay. So we've cut an extra 1/2 inch off. Let's marry it up, see what we get. So by the looks of it, this is now mated with the dust or dirt spacing plate that you should have in between here. This thing here. But that, to me, focus, looks like it's all mated. So let's test it in the engine bay. So after all that work, it's back out again. What's the matter? You guys look like you expected a 1.8T in the Ford Capri? Nah, mate, we've got it sitting over here. The sump was not clearing because it's the front-wheel drive Audi TT sump, which is massive. It's tall. They do a thin sump, so to go for that. We're only about 3 inches out, realistically. We're only about 3 inches. It's a lot. The idea is we'll go to the low sump. We'll run a oil cooler and an expansion tank or whatever it is for the oil. So we'll be all right on starvation wise. And if we still don't fit, I think we might just manipulate the engine bay firewall. Because if you look here, this area, it sticks out quite a lot. We could literally bash that in with a hammer and I won't even feel bad. But yeah, we could do that. Yeah, let's get back to this when I've got the sump for today. Peace out. So within like a couple of tries of cutting the hole on the boot and, you know, dealing with the bell housing, the gearbox, in between now I was just trying to have a crack at this. So I managed to get the plate cut out, have it bolted in. I managed to prime it like the rest of the engine bay because that was never completed. I only ever had it in primer because where there was paneling, decorative cladding with the plastics and everything, I never painted the engine bay because none of it was visible. Everything was like tucked away and hidden and everything with black plastic. So I never bothered painting it. But now I just thought, you know what, leave it in primer, get that to match. That's nice and flat. So let's mock up the petrol tank, see where it sits. I mean, it's a little bit wet still, so give it 5 minutes, let it dry. But yeah, the petrol tank's gonna sit there and we'll have the fuel lines running through here, underneath the car, following the tracks down where the original fuel lines went. So, another pesky unboxing video. Look what we've got here. So what we've got here is a baffled fuel cell from the one place I really like to shop at the moment, and it's AliExpress. This one's £99. Comes with the foam inside, 10 AN breathers, 10 AN outlets, got dual outlets obviously, and yeah, it comes with the hatch and all sorts. Comes with a float for the sensor, for the level sensor. I mean, the quality, the welds look great. I've got nothing to complain about until we test it out. It was only 100 quid. I don't think it was £100. I think it was like £99. I had to wait like almost 2 months for this. However, I am happy with the quality of it right now until we test it out. I know we're playing with fuel, which is basically playing with fire, but we'll see. We'll see. It's a budget build. If it works, wicked. Like, wicked. I'm not planning to spend a fortune on building something I'm going to smash up probably on the first day I take it out, so that's where she's gonna sit. I guess I need to create some spaces here to lift it up a little bit, and the same on the back. I mean, the back's sitting flush, so I think it's just 2 little spaces here on the front. I'm gonna put some nylon washers underneath between obviously the metal, just to take metal off of metal so it don't rattle. But apart from that, this is where she's sitting, and then the fuel lines will come out here, boom, into there, underneath the car. Happy days. I'm happy with this setup. I think sorry, let me stop speaking common English. Hopefully more people, the battery will sit in this corner, not the battery. You guys need to bully me for that. If I speak too common and it's not as understandable, let me know. I'm in the southeast London, you know, so our accents are a little bit stronger. Keep us in check, yeah? Especially Craig. When Craig talks, I bet none of you can understand. So, my biggest problem is I get so involved in stuff, so invested, that I forget to film stuff. So, fuel cell has been mounted. I've used, like I said, I use nylon washers. Nylon washers on spacers. There's no metal touching on metal. The whole thing is mounted. It's in solid. It's officially a race car, I think. But yeah, all we got to do is plumb the lines in and run them. We'll hold off until the actual engine's probably in there and we know which route we're taking. But that ain't going nowhere. So yeah, I like to say officially a race car. Yeah, after all that procrastinating, I've managed to get the engine in. I've had to bash the absolute crap out of the firewall. Take a look at that, how much I had to sink that bad boy in. The water neck for the coolant still goes there, so I might have to still adjust that a little bit more. It's actually gone in quite a bit. But annoyingly, the engine still sits at a bit of a kilter. And that's because if you look here, I've had to like remove the steering arm, drop it down just so that's the old Audi TT sump. So just to drop the Audi TT sump in, I had to remove the steering rack. Once we get the low profile oil pan, that should sit nice because at the moment it's a little bit wonky and I think the bonnet should close even like that. But yeah, that's a mock-up and it definitely fits. Just look how empty that engine bay looks now.